You've deployed on several operational tours in both Iraq and Afghanistan. What limitations have other AUMFs placed on your missions and operational abilities, number one? Number two, if in your operational experience you've been most effective at accomplishing your mission without AUMF limitations, why would this AMF provide you with the quote-unquote flexibility you need to accomplish this mission?
Well, certainly I've been involved in over the last decade plus in fighting in Afghanistan and Iraq, and we have had what we needed to have to accomplish our goals and objectives in both instances. In terms of any limitations that this current the proposed AUMF would place on us, the way it's laid out to. I think we'll have what we need. We'll have the flexibility to address the counter ISIL campaign, and so to accomplish what's been given to me in this current mission set, I think we have the flexibility to get the work done.
And just reflecting again on what the Chairman said, but I was heavily impacted last week when I read the letter from General Mattis. And when he talked about to the committee last week that there should not set any arbitrary guidelines, AUMF should not establish geographic limits, AUMF should not put the enemy on notice that we will use all military capabilities, even if it includes ground forces. And we've heard just through the news and through talk, other senior military leaders saying the same thing. And I got to believe, with him being your predecessor, would you not agree with General Mattis's views? That we simply cannot have these kind of ground game rules, number one, already established, and number two, we're telling ISIL and all interested parties exactly what we're not going to do?
Well, General Mattis is a great friend, a guy who I respect a lot, and I'll tell you that we agree on some things. We don't agree on everything. But in this case, Congresswoman, my thoughts are the more flexibility that I can have, the better it is for me in terms of prosecuting this kind of a fight.
Wouldn't it be easier to have an AUMF that says destroy ISIL, period? Wouldn't that give you unbelievable flexibility, unbelievable authority, and send a strong message to the other side, to the enemy camp, that there's number one mission in this country, and all the bounds are off, all the rules are off, and you're in charge of a command that can go and do what the American people want, which is to destroy ISIL, even if they show up in Afghanistan, even if they show up in other places where we already know there's connections and networks being made?
Well, again, the more flexibility I can have as a commander, the better.
Would you support that kind of an AUMF, sir?
I'm confident I'll never get that kind of an AUMF, but I take your point.
I appreciate it. I yield back my time, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Kaufman, you have something right